Hey everybody, Test Drive Tuesday once again here at Street Toyota in Amarillo, Texas, 45th and Soncy. I am David Walker, still, since the last time you saw me. I was gone for a week, I was on vacation, so believe it or not, last Tuesday in the middle of June, I woke up to snow on the ground. I was camping in Yellowstone National Park. Craziness, it looked just like Christmas. And I think y'all were sweating down here, so go ahead and be jealous. And you're gonna be even more jealous when we start talking about the 2017 Toyota Highlander Limited Platinum all-wheel drive. This is all in, the nicest one you can get. So we're gonna go over a few features. We're gonna start at the back like we always do, so come with me and we'll just stroll right on back to the back of the Highlander Limited Platinum all-wheel drive here. You will notice the black chrome wheels, which are specific to the Limited Platinum. And as we get around the back here, one really cool thing about the Highlander is that if you want to get something out of the back, you don't have to open the back door. You can just pop the glass, open it right up, and grab what you need. That way, if things have shifted while you're driving, you don't have to worry about stuff falling out when you open your door. You also have a height adjustable power lift gate in the Highlander. It opens kind of slow, but that's good so it doesn't smack you in the face, right? And it is height adjustable so that if you're not real tall, you can adjust it to any height you want along its travel, and it won't be out of your reach when you're ready to shut it. You'll also notice the third row seat reclines a little bit. You can see that on this side, it seats 3. It also folds flat, so you can accommodate as much luggage or as many people as you want. This is actually an 8-passenger vehicle, so you can decide which kids you like enough to bring with you and which ones you don't. Fold down as many seats as you need to accommodate all the luggage you need, and you're ready to go. To shut your door, you just hit the button right there and it goes right down. It also has jam protection, so if you're concerned about your kids getting in there, it stops. Cool stuff. Now, you will notice we have a really interesting paint color here. This is Alumina Jade. It's a nice muted metallic green. The reason I chose this specific Highlander though is for this interior color. This is a brand new interior color that we call Terra, which is of course Latin for earth. You will also notice in the back seat, it sits up straight, or you can have it reclined like we have on the driver's side here. It also folds flat, so if you want to drop the third row and the second row and just turn it into a cargo hauler, you're good to go. Also, you will notice the climate controls in the rear. So your rear seat passengers can set the temperature that they like, and you actually have, I know this isn't real exciting today when it's nearly 100 degrees, but your second row seats are heated. So your second row passengers will love that in about 6 months. When you're road tripping, I'm telling you, you will feel like royalty, even if you get put in the back seat of your Highlander here. You also have window shades. If you can swing around here and get a look at this, they come right up and they will keep the sun off of you so you can take a little nap while you're road tripping. Moving on to the front seat. This is where all the magic happens here. You will notice you have your window controls in the door panel. You also have a little bit of bottled water storage there. And in the Limited Platinum, you actually get a multi-way adjustable seat with a cushion extension. So those of you, unlike me, who have long legs, you can get support all the way out to the back of your knee and not have your legs, your circulation cut off and your legs falling asleep out on the road. Lots of controls over here. We'll talk more about that when we get in the car, but you have your auto high beams, your engine start and stop, which I'll tell you about in a few minutes, your bird's eye view. Now this is really interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the door so you can see this. You saw the backup camera in the back, but there's also a camera on the underside of each side mirror, and there's a camera in the grille up front. So when you activate your bird's eye view, you get all 4 of those images beautifully stitched together on your screen so that it looks like you're actually hovering above your vehicle, and you can see the stripes in a parking space, see if you're straight, you can see if there's a curb, a rock, a kitten, a skateboard, any of that stuff that you're about to run over. So this is the 2017 Highlander Limited Platinum all-wheel drive. Let's go ahead and jump in and go for a ride. we are on the road in the Highlander Limited Platinum. I'm going to bring down the audio just a little bit. And while we're stopped here, I want to show you something. If you want to pan over to the screen, you will notice you have the big 8-inch touchscreen in the Highlander here. And we have the bird's eye camera system that I was telling you about. So when we're stopped, we actually get the view from those two cameras mounted on the side mirrors, so you can see curbs in front of you. So this is looking forward, not back. And then you have the full bird's eye view over on the right here, so you can see if there's a curb, a stump, a rock, anything that you're about to hit and run over. Really, really useful stuff there. Now we can kill that view right there. Now you notice there's also an auto control here. When we put that on auto, we get this view anytime that we drop below 10 miles an hour, so that you can see when you're coming around a turn. You can see if you're coming in too tight and you're going to hit the curb or anything like that. Extremely useful stuff. So with that on auto, anytime we're below 10 miles an hour, it pops right up. Another interesting new feature on the new Highlander, updated for 2017, is an auto engine start and stop system. You probably won't notice this in the video, but as long as it's not needed to run the air conditioner or anything like that, your engine will actually shut off whenever you stop to save gas. Now, depending on what kind of driving you do, obviously it'll improve your fuel economy more in city driving when it's stop and go than it will on highway driving, but that can actually improve your fuel economy up to about 7%, which is kind of a big deal. So you do get a little increase in fuel economy in the 2017 Highlander. We've also updated the 3.5 liter V6 that has been going in the Highlander for quite a while. It has a new injection system now, which we call D4S. It gives you port injection and direct injection both. So you get the best of both worlds, no trade-offs. It's the same injection system that's in the Toyota 86, our little sports car that we talked about a couple of weeks ago. So you have the D4S injection system and an 8-speed automatic transmission. So you get great torque in the lower gears. You also get very low RPM cruising in the higher gears. And this transmission is extremely responsive to your throttle input. So you'll find that if you're accelerating very gently, not giving it a lot of gas, it will shift at about 2,500 RPMs. It's very peaceful, very smooth, but if you give it some more gas, it's going to hold that gear up into a much higher RPM range to make the most out of available torque and horsepower. Now, your horsepower with the new updated V6 is actually 295 in the new Highlander. So really massive amounts of power. Now, I did mention a couple of things that are heated when we were walking around the Highlander. The heated steering wheel, heated second row seat. Obviously, your front seats are heated, but your front seats, if you pan down here, are also ventilated. So you have the heat going this way, ventilation going the other way. You may have noticed that the leather is perforated, so it's just pushing air through the perforations in the leather, which helps cool you off on a blazing hot day like today. So pretty cool stuff. You get the heated and ventilated seats in the front row. Your driver's seat has a position memory with 2 savable positions. So once you get everything exactly where you like it, you just save it. And then when somebody messes it all up, no worries, you just push a button, you're right back where you want to be. It's a wonderful thing. You may also have noticed, if you've been in a Highlander lately, the amazing storage. So right here under my arm, we have this roll top kind of storage compartment here, which you can slide that right open. There's a removable tray inside. We don't need that thing, we'll just toss that in the back. There's a removable tray inside that helps you kind of organize some things. But if you pull that out, you'll notice this thing just goes on forever and ever and ever. You can almost touch the ground reaching in there. So if you have a big purse, a big satchel, something like that, it will probably fit in there. You also have a 12-volt cigarette lighter style power outlet in there to get that tray back in there so I don't have it just in the way here. And then it closes right up so nobody can see all that valuable stuff that you're hiding in there. Down here, you have some controls for your center differential lock. This happens to be an all-wheel drive Highlander. downhill assist control, a snow mode button that'll start you in second gear instead of first so that you're less likely to spin your wheels. And of course your traction control off, but I really want to draw your attention right up here below your climate controls. Now it's shadowed, so you might not be able to see it real well, but there is a shelf right here where you can take your phone. Even if you have a pretty big phone like mine, just chuck it in there and it will not be in your way. This shelf goes all the way across, so your passenger can put his or her phone in the other end of the shelf, and everything is out of the way. Because here's what happens. Typically what people do is they put their phone in their cup holder. Now we have a long red light here, so I have plenty of time to talk. This is great. You put your phone in your cup holder, right? Well, now we stop and we get a couple of, giant, 44-ounce whatevers, and because it's hot, right? We got to cool off. So we put those in the cup holder. So now where do I put my phone? I don't know. I'm going to put it in my lap. So then I forget about it. I get out of the car, I dump it out in the street, and I crack my screen. Not so in the Highlander. I just toss it right there. We also have a cable management port right here that keeps your cables all untangled and allows them to pass through to the lower section here. A couple other little odds and ends. Again, I want to keep these videos to a watchable length. You do have a frameless design, auto dimming rear view mirror. You have blind spot monitoring. Gosh, just a ton of cool stuff. And I really want you to see your panoramic moonroof in the 2017 Highlander Limited Platinum. This thing goes all the way back. So, another great injustice of car design up to this point, in addition to not having a good place for your phone, which we've already solved, is who loves sunroofs? Kids do. Where do kids sit? They sit in the back. The sunroof is in the front. With the panoramic moonroof in the Highlander Limited Platinum, you get sunshine all the way back, or you can look at the stars, depending on what time of day it is. You just roll that retractable cover back, and everybody gets a great view of the big blue Texas sky while you're road tripping wherever you're going. So that is the 2017 Highlander Limited Platinum. I tried to keep the video short, so there's a ton of stuff that you haven't heard about yet. Come by Street Toyota, 45th and Soncy in Amarillo, Texas. Your sales consultant will take you around one of these and let you drive it. You are going to be very, very impressed. We'll see you very soon. Happy Test Drive Tuesday. Thanks for joining us.